Hi, cousins. You know, like Donna Summers is the queen, and I got ridiculous love for Donna. There you go. A big girl's acetate. I mean, that is just 79. How big was Hot Stuff? How big was Bad Girls? Dim all the lights. Oh, come on, man. Donna, incredibly special. I'll give you a quick Donna story. So, obviously, tremendous fan forever. Her and her husband, Bruce Donna, who's Brooklyn Dreams, which, did Heaven Knows with her. And my jam is music, harmony, and rhythm, which I love to death, by Brooklyn Dreams. Anyway, getting to Donna, I used to, on Thursday nights when I was working at Sin, I used to go up to Polydor, which is now Universal on 825 8th Avenue. And I used to go and I would do this thing called pull the billboard bins, because I was working the billboard chart, and we used to have this system. Anyway, Johnny Barbas was the head of the entire spot. He was wired to Bono and fucking Elton John. Like, he knew everybody. He was the head guy, and he was always smoking weed and stuff. And he'd be up there late, so I'd be up there sometime for 2 hours, 6 to 8, 9 o'clock. And Thursday night, everybody was out of there by 6. So one night I was leaving after I was pulling the bins for a couple of hours, and I see him in his office, sitting there probably rolling a joint or something. And there's somebody in there. I just see the back of the head. I can't tell who it is. And he always called me JD. And I says, "Good night, John." He goes, JD, come in here. Did you ever meet Donna?" And Donna Summers sitting there in the chair. And at the time, I had an Atlantic Records jacket on. I wasn't working at Atlantic at the time, but I had all the label jackets in the 80s and stuff. And I happened to have an Atlantic Records jacket on. So I walk in the room, and Donna's sitting there, and she gets up. And I said, "Can I give you a hug?" And it was like, I had never even reacted like that. I've got around any kind of singer or anybody, but Donna had that kind of effect on me. And she said to me, "Only if you take that jacket off." And I took the jacket off, which was kind of funny. And she gave me a hug and stuff. And we were talking for about 10 minutes. And obviously she had a lot of, problems with Atlantic after this time. I know it's for real. I'm sure she was so used to having multiple hits at a label. And in Atlantic, it was realistically the only record that worked. Even though CNC had done, it was about to change. I mean, it never really crossed in America. So they really only had the one hit on that album. So she wasn't in a position to have any love for Atlantic Records. The other part, so years later, ironically, I'm working at Atlantic Records doing A&R promotion and everything, and the Pokemon soundtrack comes out, and she has a record on it, The Power of One, and I got to work with her at that point, which was great, and I worked with Bruce a lot, and I took it to number 2 on the Billboard chart. I forgot what we got beat out by, but there was some political bullshit with that went on, which kept me out of the number 1 spot. But yeah, that was it. That was my Donna thing, man. Love and respect for Donna. I have mad stuff on her. I will post more stuff later, but there you have it, the Bad Girls Ass Tape.